Hello and welcome to my channel. You know, recently I purchased a Blu-ray copy of Jonny Quest's Adventures, and it really took me back to a time when I was a kid, watching Jonny Quest on Saturday mornings, and all the adventures he got into with Haji, his dad, Race Bannon, and Bandit. And I went to Figures Toy Company and I ordered the three that they had available, but there was one figure that was conspicuously absent. And since I'm doing these customs, I thought I'd create my own Race Bannon. So today, with the help of a head I found online at Shapeways, I'm going to go ahead and try to recreate a custom Race Bannon. So wish me luck. Well, today I'm going to be working on a Race Bannon. I got this particular head sculpt from Shapeways, I believe, and there was an online store there, and they sent it out to me rather quickly. The only thing is that it does. Let me see if I got this thing in here. Maybe I can't pull it out. It doesn't come with a neck plug. So what I did was I ordered this neck plug off of Classic TV Toys. There is a hole that's drilled in there, so you just have to kind of like fit it and press it in. And so that's what I did. I actually shaved a little bit off of it so it would fit in the hole nice and snugly, and you can see it's so snug. I mean, it will turn, but it's so snug I can't pull it out. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and install it in one of the Classic TV Toys bodies. These are the ones that have the screws in the back, so it's a little bit easier to install a head this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in there, and then just return the screws. These bodies actually make it very, very easy to install a head. You don't have to do any, well, usually what I do is I get a Mego body and I'll clip the little neck stem off and then drill a hole and this miter it out. You may have seen that in my Sharon video because I did it there. And then with the two screws in the top done, the torso just kind of snaps into place and then screw it in. It'll be a lot easier to do it this way. And on this particular head, I've decided I don't want to prime it. The material is very, very porous, and I think it's going to take the paint very, very well. So I'm not going to prime it because, the hair on this particular piece, Race Bannon's hair, was white. So I'm just going to lay down a flesh tone that's similar to the body here on the Classic TV Toys body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my flesh paints and I'm going to pull out a couple of samples, and we're going to take a look and see which one is the best fit for this. Looks these are the three flesh tones that I have available to me. I have this Cadian flesh tone, which I think is a tad dark, so I probably won't use it. And then I have this one right here, which is a layered what is it? Layered flayed one flesh. And I think this is a little too pale, so I decided to go with one that I had here. It was called Kislev flesh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Kislev flesh to the face and to the neck, and then I'm going to paint the hair. Now let's see, if I'm correct, this paint will just get drunk in, or the sculpt will drink it in very easily, and it does. Look at that. The material that they use is kind of a porous material. It's hard to describe. It's not slick at all. So it's just drinking that paint in. And it's not a perfect match to the body, but it's close enough. And in this particular case, I don't think I'm going to use any washes because remember, it's cartoony. And so I want to maintain that cartoon look to it. I don't know if I should paint the eyes. I'm going to try to keep the paint out of the eyes. Oh well. I guess that's the best I'm going to do. Yeah, it's just drinking this stuff in. You know what, for Christmas, my sister got me some weird looking goggle things to help me see the finer detail. Let me go ahead and grab those really quick and show them to you. I'll be right back. Yeah, these things are like something you'd see on late night TV, right? Where you can spot an owl at 5 miles. It comes a little light too, which I think is handy, and it's rechargeable. Oh, where's that rechargeable thing? Oh yeah, there it is right there. And it has a bunch of different lenses that you can. Let me grab a lens. There's a whole box of them. I'm going to start with the the least powerful, you know. That still looks pretty crazy. Let's see, how does this thing work? I think it just snaps right in. And I'm getting them all smudgy. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna turn on the light too. All right, let's see. Oh boy, yeah, that is something. I'm just gonna paint the eyes across. I'll come back and fix them later. Put the whites in there. Wow, these glasses are something else. I am able to see things a lot better, and that light really helps. Yeah, look, it's just drinking it in. I can really see it with these glasses on. Once I seal it with the clear coat, it's going to be in there. Wow, looking good. I don't know how close of a representation this is to Race Bannon. I mean, it looks okay. I guess we'll find out once we get the paint on there. You know, I recently did Mad Max for a friend of mine, and the sculpt didn't look anything like Mad Max. But by the time he threw the paint down on it, you know, if you squint and kind of look away, it kind of looked like Mad Max. Yeah, that's coming out nicely. Let me see if I can follow the hairline. I'm gonna have to switch to a smaller brush, I think, for the ears. I don't want to get it into the white. I want to keep the white as pristine as possible. Yeah, look at that. It actually is looking like Race Bannon. And I'm not even squinting yet. Okay. Yeah, Race Bannon is just that iconic figure from cartoon land, right? You know, Jonny Quest was groundbreaking in a lot of different ways. It was like every kid's little dream, you know, like, oh, I wish I had a dad that was like a super scientist, and we'd be called to all these different places across the globe. And I wish my best friend and tutor were like a martial arts judo master, you know, weapons master. Right? He was a protector of the Quest family and Haji when he became part of the family as well. Oh, little bandit. I actually picked up a bandit too. Well, it's looking okay. Maybe I should have gone with this. Maybe I'll highlight it. I don't know. Looks like that one might be a little closer. I don't know, once it dries, I may highlight it with some of that, or a lighter version of this Kislev flesh. Hey, let me switch brushes. I don't want to go too small. I think that might work. Let's see, favorite episode of Jonny Quest. I think probably one of the scariest ones, besides the mummy, was that eye. Do you remember that mechanical eye, that robotic eye, that Dr. Zen had sent to that research station? to spy on Dr. Quest's new invention. That just was creepy all over the place, wasn't it? First, it comes in on a flying saucer, like in a UFO, and then it crashes out in the desert. As a kid, I figured there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on in the desert. Okay, I think I got the hairline done. Nice. Let me go ahead and let that dry. And then I'm going to tackle the eyes. I wish I could just say sim salabim and have it be done, but I guess it's going to take a little bit of work. Wow, really cool. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, since I'm painting white, might as well do the hair, and then maybe the eyes will dry in time. Let me go ahead and get this. Oh my gosh. I had a little bit of that color left on my brush. Let me make sure I get all of it out, so my hair doesn't look like tan. You know, I need this to be white, so let me grab another brush. Yeah, that's really white. What's your favorite episode of Jonny Quest? Put it in the comments below. Yeah, you know what? I got the entire set for Christmas. Well, of course, I didn't get Race Bannon because he's been discontinued. I wish that they would re-release him, you know? I mean, yeah, okay, well, I can paint my own or whatever, but it's not the same. Wow, that hair. It's really white. Let me see if I can get a clean line going across the bottom. Oh, the gargoyle one. That was a good one, too. Remember where that Gregor, I think his name was, he was like a gymnast and assassin, and he was there to kind of steal an invention. Yeah, there's some good episodes. Yeah, the scariest, though, I think for me as a kid growing up was the one with the eye. It's cleaning up the hairline pretty nicely, too. I'm not having any problems with, well, okay, I'm not going to say that. Because the second I do, you know what happens, right? Something happens. can't get the eyes straight, or, ooh, yeah, that might be a problem. Since this paint drinks it in so well, my only option, I won't be able to scrub them. I'll just have to paint over them. And then you lose some of the detail. Wow, so far so good. Yeah, that color is a little too dark. Gonna have to dry brush some of this on there and hope it doesn't look too realistic. Might have to do 2 coats on this hair as well. I'm gonna have to let my sister know these glasses are a hit. I can see all sorts of things. Usually I have to take my my heads out in the sunlight after I'm done and do some touch-ups, you know, because I don't always get everything. These glasses are helping a lot. Looks like I'm almost done. Yeah, I can see where I've painted and where I still need to paint. I think that's the last little bit. Okay, let me try to tackle the eyes. I think I have a really skinny brush somewhere. Let me see. It's narrow. Yep, already messed up. Looks like I got to it, and it looks like it is coming off. All right, let me try this again. Oops. Touched the back of his head. I don't remember what color Race Bannon's eyes were. Were they green? I might have to look that up. Or were they brown? Okay, well, I got that done. I'm going to go back and I'm going to, you know what, let me try that. This could ruin it. Let me try a dry brush. I have a bigger brush somewhere. Let me try a dry brush of this layered Blade 1 flesh. See what that does. Remember, when you dry brush, it's going to ruin whatever brush you're using. Wow. What do y'all think? I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to work on the hair. Not bad. Closer to the body anyway. All right. Well, you know what? Let me touch up the hair. Where I did the dry brushing because I want it to be really, really white. Then I'm going to go look up the color of his eyes. Getting funky little particles. Not bad. Oh. Okay. Looking good. You know what? I should probably paint the lips while I'm here. For that, I am going to go with a darker tone. I'm going to use my Kislev, or no, my Cadian flesh tone. Go ahead and get that out. And again, the secret to the lips is just kind of like going in between them. You know what this guy needs? A bazooka. Remember that episode where they were hunting the, gosh, what was the name of that lizard? That flying pterodon? Turu or? All right, okay. I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna find out what color of eyes we're dealing with. And, ooh, you know what? Gosh, just when I think I'm done. Let me go ahead and frame the eyes. Hang on, wrong color. That's Acadian. That'd be way too dark. Let me go to the Kislev. Let me go ahead and frame the eyes. Okay, cool. All right, let me let that dry, figure out what eye color we're looking at, and I'll be right back. I thought they were brown, but it looks like they're blue. So let me go ahead and, oh, let me get my glasses back on and turn on my light. Let me go ahead and get some blue that I have. I have a really cool blue. It's like a gray, Space Wolves gray, I think it's called. And yeah, it's a contrast. And this does a really good job with blue eyes. You put a little dot in the center and it kind of pools. But you gotta shake it really, really well. Look at that. Wow. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna be thin enough. Let me see if I can find my smallest brush. Oh, looks like this one. All right, so let me make sure it's dry. Oops, almost knocked over the camera. I got too much going on. All right, so I'm gonna put a little, just the tip. See how it pulls? It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna let those dry. And I remember his, oh yeah, I just had a picture. It was brown. His eyebrows were brown or black? Let me see. I'm gonna try black. I got some Abaddon black in here somewhere. Here we go. Abaddon black. If you want a real deep black, that's the one. Okay, this, boy, this is dangerous just because it's a dark color, and this head sculpt is really drinking it in. So let me try. Let me get my picture again. Yeah, those eyebrows are not that big. The sculpt hasn't gone all the way across. I might have to do some creative painting. Let's take a look. It's not looking right. That's looking better. Might be the sculpt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do some washes. Let me just get the little white dot in there first, just to give it a little bit of life. You know what? I think I need to make those eyes a little bit bigger. Maybe that's part of it. Let me see what I can do. Where's my little blue? This is where things go awry. I can feel it. Yeah, when you paint the eyes, you got to make sure your brush is pretty dry. I'm hoping just by making the eyes a little bit bigger, it'll... it'll bring down those brows a little bit. But I love the way this stuff just kind of pools. What do you think? Yeah, it's looking better. Let me get up at the top. And even if I go into the eyelid, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and frame them. I think that's got it. Okay, let me get that white in there. Remember, you just want it in the same position in each eye. So if it's off to the right, then it needs to be off on the left on the other side. See what I mean? Okay, sim sim salabim, I think we're done. You know, I'll know when I put that clear coat enamel on there. You know what? I said I was going to do this. I'm going to do it. Let me dig through my box and see if I can find my my washes. Something light, nothing too dark. Gilliam flesh, I think, might be too dark, unless I water it down a lot. Reiklands. I think those are my two best choices. Ooh, dark oath flesh. Nah, too dark. I'm gonna try the Reiklands, but I'm going to try to water it down a little bit. You know, something's telling me just leave well enough alone. Here goes. Very, very diluted. Let's let them dry and take another look at them. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Well, here's a closer look at my Race Bannon. You know, the top came from Classic TV Toys. It's like the red polo. The pants are like a slate gray with a belt. The watch came from Dr. Migo, actually, part of his weapons collection. I purchased that weapon set that he sells and had a watch in there. So overall, pretty happy with Race Bannon. You know, the head sculpt is not 100%, and I think I did the best job that I could. You know, I would really, really like for Figures Toy Company to re-release their Race Bannon so that we can get our hands on an official one. But, you know, until then, there's a big hole in the Jonny Quest, I guess, collection line, you know, without Race Bannon. The place where I got this from on Shapeways, they also have some other heads available too, like Dr. Zen and Jade and Turu's Master. I don't remember what his name was, but I saw some of those things there along with that jetpack that I picked up. So, you know, you can expect to see some more customs coming from the Jonny Quest line. But, you know, like I said, I would really, really like to have a Race Bannon. So I'm hoping that Figures Toy Company does something and maybe re-releases it like they did with the Batgirl. Remember, for a long time we didn't have the Batgirl, and they re-released her, and I think it revitalized interest in their Batman line. So maybe they'll be doing the same thing soon. Well, until next time, you guys stay safe, be cool, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye now.